Hey, it's Dr. Vernet A. Joseph with Jagari Lifestyle TV. We're here at the ICON 2015 conference here in Arizona, and I have the pleasure of talking to you today, and I wanted to introduce Alyssa to you. Alyssa, say hi to the listening audience.
Hello.
All right, now listen, I've been talking to Alyssa, and you know I'm all about productivity. We're going to make this short and sweet. But I had the pleasure of sitting with Alyssa and talking to her about life and her mother's story. We're not going to talk about that right now. We're just going to focus on Alyssa. Alyssa, can you tell the people a little bit about your story? I don't want to put you on the spot, but from school to where you are right now in a quick nutshell. How about that?
Okay, so school for me, I did not like school at all. I never got good grades. I did the bare minimum to get by, but I graduated on time. After high school graduating, I immediately enrolled at the local community college because that's what was expected of me, and I wanted to please my father. So I did, and I did my best to go, but just slowly stopped caring, stopped going to class. I started dropping the classes. I started getting more involved in my work. I worked at a barbecue place, and they really liked that I was a hard worker, and so I was getting promoted quickly, but I wasn't making good money. At the time, for my age, it was decent money, and so I got sucked into that, completely quit school altogether, wasn't doing anything except for going to work, and one day I just woke up and was like, what am I doing with my life? I have no direction right now. I don't want to work at a barbecue place at $12 an hour the rest of my life. I want a family. I want to have a house. I want things in life. So I started to freak out, but I had no idea in which direction I was going to go. So I, broke down to my mother how I was feeling, and she sat me down and just said, well, let's talk about what you're good at and what you're passionate about, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Let me say this, Alyssa. You guys know that I always talk about productivity, potential, and passion. So as I was talking to Alyssa and she gave her story to me, I wanted to point out a couple of things. Number one, you don't have to be the best at anything to do something. In order for you to be successful, you have to start where you are. So Alyssa's story is, hey, I went to school, did what I had to do, wanted to please my father, and I finished school. But then I started doing something that I wasn't really comfortable with, but I excelled. But it didn't make me happy. So now, Alyssa, we move from not being happy at what you're doing, but successful. And now you get an epiphany and you say to yourself, hey, this is not what I want to do in life. So Alyssa, tell the people where you work now. Where do you work today?
Now I work at a salon called Chavez. It's located in Danville, California, and there's 3 locations in the Bay Area for Chavez, and it's one of the best-known salons in the Bay Area. So
let me get this right. I was not liking school, didn't really want to do much with that. I went to college, didn't care for it, kind of left that alone. Then I started working in a place that I didn't want to work at, but I was successful, I was excelling. And then one day I woke up and said, you know what? Through tutelage and mentorship from mom, your parents, she gave you a little instruction and direction. And now you're working at the top salon within your area in the Bay Area. But you're great at what you do. So is it possible?
Absolutely.
So it's possible to fulfill your dreams, your desires, and your goals if you have direction and instructions. Listen, guys, I'm Dr. Vernet A. Joseph, and I want you to know Jagari Lifestyle TV is about teaching you how to live the Jagari lifestyle. What does that actually mean? Be productive, be innovative, and always live to produce. You'll hear more from Alyssa pretty soon. Until next time, Alyssa, say goodbye and tell the listeners how they can get in touch with you.
You can get in touch with me by Instagram or Facebook. My Facebook is Alyssa Taylor, and my Instagram is Alyssa T Hair and Makeup.
All right, so we're going to go to those places and we're going to check Alyssa out and tell her how much we appreciated her interview today. Until next time, live to produce.